You're listening to the Confidence Coach Podcast, episode 74. Chill the F out. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. I am hosting a free confidence challenge for the month of April. This challenge will be taking place inside my free Facebook group called Badass Village. You can find this by going to facebook.com/badassvillage or by heading over to my Instagram at sasha.davis, clicking the link in my bio and adding yourself to the Badass Village. Again, this is free. It is a confidence challenge. Some of the areas that we will be focusing on are self-care, confidence obviously, business, money, sales, personal life, putting yourself out there, overcoming fear, and taking steps in the right direction to make you a more confident person by the end of the month. So stay tuned for that. Today I want to share day one with you. Day one is all about breathing and learning how to chill the F out. Sometimes we get so inside our own heads that we cannot see the bigger picture. We say things to ourselves like, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. Your mind is running a million miles an hour. A million miles an hour. And we never stop to even take a breath. We just move from task to task to task without ever really figuring out what the hell it is that we're doing. And at the end of the day, we're like, why am I so exhausted? I didn't even slow down to take a breath. I didn't slow down to take time to relax, to focus. Where's your self-care today? This is one of the things that triggered me to talk about this today is because I have been hustling this last couple of weeks. There's been a few big goals that I have been, personal goals that I have been working towards. And I'm telling you guys, this shit doesn't get any easier. You just have to get more and more comfortable with being uncomfortable. Even when I would conquer challenges a few years ago, I was like, oh my God, this is so terrifying. I can't believe I did this. And then I did it. And I was always like, oh, that wasn't so bad. But even to this day, I'm like, shitting my pants, scared to do things. But I know I will be a better person on the other side. So instead of running away from the fear and the discomfort, I invite it in and I just sit with it. I'm like, okay, this sucks, but think of how much better, how much more confident I will be once this is complete. I'm talking everything, like uncomfortable conversations, money stories, business things, putting yourself out there, having sales conversations, hell, having uncomfortable conversations with your spouse, setting boundaries, putting yourself on the calendar, all of these things. But if we don't slow down long enough to even take a breath to figure out what our next right step is, what are we really doing? What are we really doing? We are like hamsters on a goddamn wheel running a million miles an hour while life is just passing us by. So how can we slow down, breathe, and bring more joy and ease into our day? I'm kind of still overcoming this cold that I've had for like the last week. And I wish I would have listened to my body sooner, but the symptoms always appear after the damage is done, right? So I probably should have started to slow down 3 weeks ago versus 2 weeks ago, and I wouldn't be fighting this cold today. It's all about energy and what you put out into the world, and you got to listen to your body and what it's telling you to do. A lot of times our head runs the show and not our gut. My gut was telling me like, slow down, Sasha, it's okay, take your time, what's the rush? And my head, for some reason, is like, we have to do all the things and we have to do them all at the same time. If we're not doing them now, then you're a failure. And I know deep down that that's not true. But when I don't stop to even take a breath, I can't focus. I can't call myself out on my bullshit. And I have other people in my life that do call me out on my bullshit, and I thank God for them every single day. I wouldn't be here talking to you if they weren't in my life. So that's why today I'm sharing with you my breathing method, my slow down, chill the F out, take some time to just think and focus method. And I'm not talking like you have to do a 10 or 15 minute meditation every day, although I do that too. If you start to feel totally flustered and frustrated, try to quiet your mind. And I don't mean like shut it up and try not to think of any thoughts. I mean just focus on your breathing. Notice that the thoughts are just thoughts and they're passing by like clouds. I know meditation isn't something that everybody wants to do. I feel like it's something that everybody needs, but I'm not going to force every single one of you to go meditate for 15 minutes a day. So instead, what I want you to ask you to do is set a timer on your phone for 1 to 2 minutes and just focusing on this breathing technique. Sorry, apparently words aren't coming to me right now. Focus on this breathing technique just to chill out. It's called the 4x4 method or something like that. A simple Google search, I'm sure you can figure out who came up with it and how long it's been out there. But what it is you breathe in for 4, hold your breath for 4, breathe out for 4, hold your breath for 4. Breathe in for 4, hold your breath, breathe out, hold your breath, hold it out, and then just keep going. Just 4x4. Just a simple 1, 2, 3, 4. And you repeat that for a minute. Or you could do 2 if you're feeling, brave, ambitious. And you can create space to do this any time of the day. I've done it in my car before I have to go into the house. I've done it in my car before I had to go to the gas station. I've done it in bathrooms. I've done it, in my bed, and wherever I wherever I create a moment and I feel out of alignment, I will do this 4x4 method. Like if I'm just totally flustered and losing my shit and I'm like, man, I'm just so angry. Everything's going out of whack. I don't know what to do. Take a minute, breathe. And I have to tell myself, calm the F down. Calm the F down. What are you so worried about? Breathe. Be in the moment. Refocus your attention. What's your next right step? What is your gut telling you to do? Don't listen to your head all the time. Your head will be like, oh, you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you have to do this. Then all of a sudden you're overwhelmed and you're anxious and you wonder why you're just stressed out and burnt out all the time. What's your gut telling you to do? It's probably telling you to take a bath, to call that person back, to take a walk, to write that blog, to start that Facebook group, to invite that person to join your opportunity. Whatever it is, listen to your gut. Even if it's scary, even if you think it's impossible, start leaning into that a lot more than your head. Lean into that discomfort. Lean into that fear. It's okay. I promise it's not going to kill you. I always say, time is something we can never get back. This 10 minutes that you've been listening to the podcast, we will never get back. But we have the opportunity to create more space for ourselves in the future. We have the opportunity to create more money, more freedom, more emotional freedom, more financial freedom. We have the opportunity to create more joy in our life, right? We have the opportunity to slow down and just be who we are in the moment. We have the opportunity to slow down. We don't have to be hustling and grinding all the time. We don't. That's how you end up sick like this. I'm sure there's more to it, but I'm just kicking myself in the ass because I knew this was going to happen, and yet I did it anyways because I was listening to my head. I'm like, nope, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. I can't rest. Rest is for the weak. Yeah, as I'm saying this now because I've had to take like 4 freaking days off. Force myself to rest. That's uncomfortable. Not doing something is uncomfortable. So let me just tell you, I've been real uncomfortable this last week, having to really slow down. But if I would have just been proactive versus reactive, hell, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't be sharing this moment with you. There's a lot of people I know that wouldn't even share this with people. They'd just be like, oh, it's just allergies. Mine probably has something to do with allergies, but I think a lot of it has to do that I just wasn't listening to what my body was telling me to do. And our bodies are miraculous, incredible, intelligent beings. And if we just learn to listen to them, they will treat us well. But our brains think they run the show all the time. And so when we let them win, things happen like this, where we get sick, we get tired, we get anxious, we get stressed out, we get burnout. And then we're like, nothing's ever working. And we wonder why we get angry. We wonder why we feel stuck. We wonder why every day feels like Groundhog's Day. So today, my friends, I want to ask you to slow down. Focus. What do you need to work on this month? What do you need to do in your life to move the needle forward? Breathe. Let it come to you. Don't let your brain think of a million things. What is your gut telling you to do? And just learn to slow down and enjoy the moment. It is okay to have downtime throughout your day. It is okay. Actually, I just heard something the other day that said, nowadays, a 5-hour workday is what you should be doing. And I just laughed. I was like, a 5-hour workday? That's crazy. But if you think about it, the 8-hour workday was based on manufacturing, on production, right? Because they could get 3 shifts in a 24-hour period. There's a lot of places that don't do that anymore, especially like you online people or you entrepreneurs or you people who create your own schedule. Hell, I don't really work more than 5 hours in a day anymore. Some days I do, but I just kind of laughed because I was like, holy hell, things have really changed. People are really starting to up their self-care, their family time, their joy. They're realizing that you don't have to wait till you retire to enjoy life, that you can enjoy life now. You can create a life of fulfillment now. You don't have to wait till you retire. And I just thought that was really cool. At first, I kind of laughed because my head was like, haha, has to be 8 hours. But then they started to explain it and I'm like, oh my God, they're right. 5 hours is ideal. Hell, even like 3 or 4 hours would be ideal. So I'm sticking to a 5-hour workday and creating more space to relax, to breathe, to be creative, to have fun. Because if we're not having fun, what's the fucking point? What is the fucking point if we are not enjoying ourselves? I don't think any one of us wants to wait till we're on our deathbed saying, oh man, I'm really glad that I hustled my whole life and I didn't get to enjoy any of it. That's my 100-year-old sick voice, by the way. No, none of us want to be there saying, I wish I would have had more fun. We want to say, I lived. I was adventurous. I was ballsy. I was free. I had all the fun. I laughed. I drank. I ate. I took care of myself. I traveled. I spent time with my family. I loved every minute of it. So again, today, my friends, I want you just to take a moment and breathe. Where are you at in your life? Where do you want to be? What steps do you need to take to get there? And remember, it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. I know because I've been there. And I have lone wolf syndrome like you'll never believe. I always feel like I have to do everything myself. I feel like I'm a failure if I have to ask for help. But there is magic in community. There is power in vulnerability. And it is okay to ask for help. It is okay. The world will not come to an end. And if you don't know where to start, hit me up. DM me on Instagram. Hit me up at sasha.davis. Let me know what you need help with, and I would be more than happy to help in any way that I can. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Take a moment, breathe, focus, set your intentions for the month, and take action. We'll catch you on the flip side.